Have you ever worried that without alcohol, you'll be boring? It's honestly one of the most common fears I hear. People say, if I don't drink, I won't be fun anymore. People won't want to hang out with me. I'll just fade into the background. And you know what? I get it. I really do. Because for so many of us, alcohol wasn't just a drink. It was part of our identity. It was how we felt confident, social, maybe even interesting. That glass of wine, that beer, it wasn't just a liquid, it was permission. Permission to relax, to let your guard down, to be that version of yourself that seemed easier to like. But here's the thing, that whole boring without booze story, yeah, it's a lie. Today, we're going to unpack where that fear actually comes from. And I want to walk you through how to rebuild your self-image and confidence as someone who's fun, magnetic, and totally enough exactly as you are. So let's talk about it. Where does that story come from? Number one, conditioning. From the time we're teenagers, we've been bombarded with a message that alcohol equals fun. Think about it. In every movie, every commercial, every music video, the people having the best time, they're holding drinks. It's not just the background detail, it's the symbol of fun. The party starts when the drinks come out. The celebration doesn't count without a toast. After a while, that gets deep into your subconscious. You start believing if there's no alcohol, there's no excitement. Number two, personal experience. Maybe for years you relied on alcohol in social settings. You'd take a drink, feel that warm buzz, and suddenly it felt easier to talk, to laugh, to connect. And then one day you realise that you've built a whole identity around that vision of you, the fun when tipsy you. So when you take alcohol away, your brain panics a little. It's like, wait, what do I do with the social thing here? Number three, comparison. If you're naturally introverted or even just quieter, you might look at your loud, extroverted friends and think, I can't keep up without drinking. But here's the truth. You were never supposed to keep up. You're supposed to connect in your own way. And here's the key insight. Alcohol didn't make you fun. It just turned off your inner critic long enough for your natural personality to shine through. The laughter, the jokes, the connection, that wasn't the drink. That was you. The alcohol was just a costume, a shortcut. The magic was already there. So, what happens when you keep believing the story that you're boring without alcohol? Honestly, it chips away at confidence. You start walking into social settings already second-guessing yourself. You feel like the only person without a drink, like you're missing a piece of the puzzle that everyone else has got. You start drinking when you don't even want to, just to fit in or to avoid that uncomfortable feeling. And slowly, you start to build your identity around something external. Instead of saying, I'm confident, your brain says, I'm confident when I drink. That is a dangerous shift because now your confidence is conditional and it lives in a bottle. And over time, that belief starts whispering louder and louder. If I need alcohol to be fun, then maybe I'm not enough. And that's a heavy belief to carry. It keeps you in the loop of drink to feel confident, wake up regretting it, promise to be better, then feel awkward sober, and drink again. And the truth is, it's not the real you that's boring, it's the belief that's holding you hostage. So how do you change that story? Let's talk about some ways to rebuild your self-image and confidence for real this time. Step one, remember the real source of fun. Think about a time when you had one of those belly laughs, the kind where your face hurts after a while, or a night when you've lost track of time because you were just so connected to someone. Was it really the drink that made it magical? Or was it you, being present, relaxed, and yourself? Alcohol didn't create those moments. You did it. Alcohol just blurred the edges enough for you to forget to give yourself credit. Step two, redefine fun on your terms. This one's big. If you're not a nightclub person, that's okay. Maybe fun for you is a small dinner with close friends, a game night, or watching the sunrise after a road trip. Maybe it's painting, hiking, just deep conversations that last way too long. Fun doesn't have to mean loud or wild. Fun means alive, and there's no rules that say you need a drink in your hand to feel that way. Step 3, build confidence. Through practice, this is where it gets real. The first few times you go out sober, yeah, it might feel awkward. That's normal. Confidence doesn't magically appear before the action. It's something you earn after you do the thing. So maybe start small. Go out with dinner with friends and then skip the drinks. Go to a wedding and stay until dessert. Each time you do, you're teaching your brain, hey, I can do this. And you don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You just have to be the most present. Step 4, collect evidence. Start keeping a little sober win journal, even if it's just in your phone. Write down moments that went well. Had a fun dinner without drinking, laughed so hard with my sister I almost cried, or made it through a party and actually remembered every conversation. Over time, those notes become proof that you don't need alcohol to be interesting. You start to see the fun was me all along. And the last part, celebrate progress, not perfection. You don't need to do this flawlessly. You're retraining a lifetime of beliefs. Every small win is a big deal. And here's the truth. You were never boring without alcohol. You were just told you were. Alcohol convinced you that it was the reason that people liked you, but that's not true. People like you because of your warmth, your humor, your kindness, your weird stories, your honesty. When you stop relying on alcohol, you don't lose your sparkle. You finally get to earn it. You get to show up as the real you, the one that doesn't need anything extra to be interesting. And yeah, at first, it might feel different. It might feel quieter, slower, more aware. But over time, that awareness turns into power because you start realizing this is who I really am. And that version of you, they're not boring. They're brave. They're real. They're enough. So, next time your brain whispers, you're going to be boring without booze, I want you to pause, take a breath, and say to yourself, that's just an old story. I don't have to believe it anymore. Because you get to write a new story. One where fun comes from being present, connected, and fully yourself. You don't lose fun when you give up alcohol. You find it. The real kind. The kind that doesn't fade the next morning. So let me ask you, what's one alcohol-free moment of fun you've had recently? Maybe it was a night out that you actually remembered, or a conversation that made you feel alive, or even waking up clear-headed and proud. Drop it in the comments below, because your story might be the reminder someone else needs to start rewriting theirs.